Does changing your website design affect search engine optimization? The answer is yes, it does. If you have a website that's running on a content management system like WordPress or Drupal or one of these other Joomla type content management systems, if you change just the template of your website, just sort of the images and the logo and sort of the design, 9 times out of 10 you won't affect too much if everything else stays in place, if your page structures stay in place and your navigation and all those other things aren't changed, then the design won't matter too much. I can think of a few cases where I've had websites that ranked really, really well, and all we did was change the graphic in the header or change sort of the cosmetic design of the website. That won't affect too much. But if you're going from, say, a statically hosted or statically designed website or a Flash-based website and you're moving to HTML, or you're moving from HTML to WordPress or content management system, then chances are some compromises will have to be made. Some changes will have to be made in the structure and the flow of how that website works. In that case, it may affect your SEO. It may affect your ranking. So if you're ranking really, really well and you're worried that you want to, maybe your website design's out of date or it needs some work or whatever it might be, this is something that you have to think about. But ultimately, if you're changing your website design for the better, if you're making your site better, if you're making your user experience better, whatever it might be, the short-term penalty that you'll get, you might see if you're, let's say you're number 1 for your term, you change your website design, you might get up one morning and find yourself at the bottom of page 1 or even on page 2. Don't be alarmed. If you're changing your design and you actually are improving your user experience, it's only going to be a matter of time before you get right back up to that number 1 spot, because the majority of your SEO work is actually based on external factors. It's based on the websites that link back to you. So ultimately, those aren't going to change when you change your design. So even if you take a short-term hit penalty-wise for making that change in your design, it'll only take a little bit of time for Google to see the change, and maybe even a human reviewer at Google to go and look at it and see that, no, you've actually improved your user experience, and then you go right back to your old rank.